Will you look back when you're old and gray and think those dumb kids had a lot to say when we were trying to make this night one you'd remember? I don't care if my wheels don't turn, I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away.
It's Thursday night, and you know what that means?
What does it mean?
What does it mean? What does
Thematically
it
speaking,
mean?
and we're going to get straight into it because I'm really excited to have on the show for the first time Harrison Mills, scare acting extraordinaire. How are you doing, Harrison?
Good evening. How are we?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
That's good. No, we're excited. And back again for another time. I think it's his third time maybe on the show. Jamie Warriner of Phantasmic Adventures. How's it going?
You know, all right, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
All right, yeah.
How's Phantasmic Adventures going?
Yeah, all right, yeah. We're getting a few more subscribers and all that, but it's going all right. Yeah.
I've got the link in the description.
Oh,
Discover Explorers from Arizona, they're watching
Discover
tonight.
Explorers, hope you well.
So I'll get
How's
started
Jones?
near the beginning. Harrison, I don't know if I want to start with the act. Where did your love of horror start? Before I talk about your acting, do you have a pinpoint?
Love of horror. I think it was age 9 watching the It miniseries, the old one with Tim Curry.
Oh.
That's what's kicked it all off. Then I had a Stephen King phase, and I loved Stephen King.
What's your favourite Stephen King?
Probably The Shining, actually.
Have you got a favourite series or film as well? Is it different to the book?
What, Stephen King or just horror?
Stephen King.
Stephen King.
I was thinking about a few that I know that I like.
No, my favourite film is Kubrick's Shining. Big Shining boy.
So I like The Stand,
Yeah.
and I like Thinner, but not a lot of people have heard about Thinner in this country.
Yeah, it's a weird film.
Cujo.
Cujo.
So how did the scare acting start then?
It's kind of something I've always wanted to do, but never really found time. And this year, I kind of had a little bit extra time in the evenings, so and I weren't doing as many events as a guest this year. So I did Zombie for a Day at London Tombs, and then just went back to do it over the Halloween season. Really enjoyed it. Made a lot of good friends there, really nice people, and I think scare acting is something that everybody should do at least once in their life.
Yes.
At least once, because it's so fun. It builds your confidence a lot, and there's just nothing else like it, really.
How was it? Talk about confidence, things like how was it the first time?
I was kind of nervous because they start you in the rat runs, so you're behind a panel. I was kind of nervous, but as soon as that group came in, you're banging and jumping out. It just felt brilliant. And the adrenaline really. The one thing about scare acting is the adrenaline really overtakes you, and you don't feel anything, which is why I like my knuckles and my hands, and all my legs are bruised as well from where I've just thrown myself on the floor and started crawling at people. But at the time, you just don't feel it until like a day after, and
yeah.
Have you ever laughed at a guest when they've jumped so much that you've gone a bit out of character that you've laughed at them?
No, I try and keep in character. I mean, I've always played kind of funny characters. If I'm doing something quite serious, then no, I kind of try and I try not to corpse. Ironically, call it. But wear glasses. You could do it with glasses.
Contact lenses.
Absolutely, contact lenses, or just do it with glasses and just careful not to lose them.
Did you have to do your own makeup, or did someone do that for you as well when you did?
So you can kind of tell when I started. I can't do clown makeup very well, which is very evident from my press night photos and that. Well, I did it myself, and then a few of the times we had a makeup artist that did it for me. But the last few nights, I don't think actually that was a makeup artist.
Wow!
He gave me the Freddie Mercury look.
Oh yeah.
I end up rolling with it. I was shouting Deo at guests.
You'd be really good at that as well. I can imagine you like, no.
So what attraction was that in?
This is in London Tombs.
So you only started this year?
Yes, only at the start of.
Oh really?
At the start of October.
Because when I saw that photo, I actually thought that might be from Carnival of Screams, and I thought, how long has he been doing it?
I saw that and I thought it was something to do with, yeah.
So Zombie for a Day, is that
Similar
something
one.
you pay for the experience of being an actor, or was it?
Yeah, so I had a Virgin Active, not Virgin Active, Virgin Experience Days voucher anyway. So it's just like, might as well spend it on that, and never looked back since. But I've been kind of involved with the scare industry for years now, but
yeah,
it's my first endeavour into it.
Was that when you did the makeup yourself?
Yep, if you couldn't tell. Panicking as well.
There was a video, wasn't there, on your reels and stories of you actually performing on that one?
Yes.
That's what it was, wasn't it?
I was quite proud of those, actually.
Yeah, I quite like that character that you did, actually.
It was actually only the other night, so I couldn't send it to you in time. There was a lot. I managed to do some good makeup for the last couple of nights. It's actually a bit of drag, really, but...
Do you get... When you start then, do you get a professional say, right, this is how you've got to do it, and then you kind of get a bit of training on it, or are you left?
Yeah, so one of the existing casts will take you through and show you what to do on each in each scene. And that's the same for the Zombie for a Day, and if you start normally. And they'll take you through, and then they'll kind of step back and watch you perform, and then you're just free roaming, allowed to do it yourself. Makeup wise, if you need to, they'll show you. If you don't, crack on. As you can tell, I needed a bit of showing. But
you have to start somewhere though, don't you, to learn how to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's people that I know that have done like cosplay and stuff, and then they go into like the sort of acting kind of industry, and their makeup's so perfect. And then there's others that are just like, I don't know, I'll put a bit of Crayola on my face and see what happens, sort of thing. So it's a good starting point, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean the white face paint that night was just not playing ball either. So and besides, like, I was in the strobe maze the strobe section, so you can't really see it that well when you're in there.
Yeah. Are you limited to how long you can be in there? I don't know if there's with strobes or.
No, I mean, I've spent 6 hours in strobes before.
Do you get acclimatized to that, or is it still a bit?
You definitely do. Not in other mazes. Like, if I go into a maze with strobes, I will still be disorientated. But going into that room, because I know the layout of that room really well now, it just doesn't bother you.
Yeah. I'm going to say Rachel Jones has just put in. Hi, Rachel, by the way. She's actually put in one of her favourite horror movies as well, is Freddy Krueger and the People Under the Stairs. And then what we've got here, there are many mazes.
All year round.
Oh, are there many that are all year round?
Other than the dungeon. I wouldn't count the dungeons as a maze, but...
No. The only two I do know of are London Tombs and Passage del Terror.
Yeah. I think this is the one that Sean does as well, I think, now.
And Sean Evans opened one, didn't he?
Yeah. He's saying that one's like certain dates all year round.
That's a museum.
Yeah. I don't know, but he says that there's certain like scare actor sort of dates, but I don't know.
What are you like as a guest then, Harrison, in these mazes, when you go as a guest?
Normally people think, you've been going for years and years. I mean, I did my first scare maze probably about 7 years ago. And I'm still not, used to them. Well, I'm used to them, but I'll still drop to the floor if something scares me.
Yeah.
Drop to the knees.
It's a good feeling. Do you think it's a good feeling though when you get scared and then you're.
It is.
I don't know. You'll see some of the photos later on. It didn't look like he was enjoying it.
No, but like, do you feel quite? I don't know. Some people when they get scared, it kind of releases an type of endorphin, doesn't it? And you're like.
It does. Oh. Yeah. I mean, that's the only reason to still do it, because if I stopped getting that, I'd probably stop going.
Yeah.
But, getting scared is what I enjoy.
What was your first maze?
First
remember?
maze was first proper maze or first like family maze? Family maze, I think, was Curse of the Lost Tomb at Chesington.
Yeah.
Proper maze, I think, was Big Top. No, it was Sanctum. That really awful outside one they did.
That's still quite recent then. So I think my first one was at Thorpe, but it was 2008. I think it was The Curse. It was themed to
nice.
shipwreck. It was quite cool. I always think that most people, including myself, you seem to always like the first one you do. You always look back fondly on it and go,
Yeah.
I'll flick over to Jamie a minute. What was your first scare maze? Do you remember?
Mine was probably the Sanctuary, I think, about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And has been my favourite one ever since, and shame it's gone.
Have you
Yes.
ever acted in the mazes? Because I know you worked at Towers.
No, but I've not really mentioned, but for a while, it's the same as Harrison, scare acting's always been something I've wanted to do. But it's like you said, Harrison, there's not really time to do it. And that's actually been something I've been considering and still am. But no, I haven't. But it was like, it's a bit sad, but I don't know if you remember like things on like Wicker Man, they did this like Bjorn and training thing. I actually kind of did get into the character a little bit when I could, and I've really enjoyed it. I thought that would be quite good to do as a proper, thing. But again, I haven't had like acting experience, but like you don't have to. So in a lot of them, so I would like to very much.
Same here. I want to be a scare actor. Let me be one, please.
I don't know if I'd have the energy for it. Harrison, how much energy?
I do.
Because all this,
A lot.
like, you've got to pace yourself with the yelling.
You really do. And I mean, sometimes you go really over the top as well. I mean, I've done scares and then just walking back afterwards, just it's yeah. But you've really got to pace yourself.
Yeah.
But it's exhausting, but worth it. And as I said earlier, the adrenaline, you just don't feel it
Yeah.
until afterwards.
Mm.
You really feel it.
Yeah.
It's just funny because there's like so much chaos with the lighting, the sounds, everything that goes off, and everyone's screaming because they're scared, and it's like, but it's so brilliant. Like there's all this chaos, and everyone's like, just love it. You know what I mean?
I get the impression it's a chance for
create
Harrison
chaos.
because Harrison seems quite chill, and then I can imagine he lets his other side completely out when he's in the maze.
Completely that, yeah. I mean, for the last 2 nights of Halloween, I kind of dressed up as a drag clown nurse kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I've had like my nurse's outfit on, stockings, and I just lay on a bed as the group came in, and I just have the chainsaw with my legs wide open, chainsaw between my legs as I was laying there, revving it, making many an innuendo, and then because that. Sorry?
No, you carry on. I'll ask afterwards.
Because that kind of got their guard down because they're walking in thinking, what is going on? And they're laughing. And then when you get up and lunge at them, they shit it because they weren't expecting it. It's brilliant.
That perfectly timed. That would be. That, yeah.
What's it like for... Do you have to take a lot of breaks from having the chainsaw with the fumes and things?
No. So a group was coming in about every 10 minutes or so, sometimes longer, sometimes less.
Sorry about the knob blocking, sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay.
You'll stop.
To be fair, it wasn't until the day after when I was kind of coughing up a load of shit that I kind of thought, actually, I probably should be taking a break from the chainsaw. But
I wasn't sure if they would already, as a company, put it in place. That's what I was wondering. But obviously
no. Well, for the normal daytime shows, it will only be once every half an hour that you're there anyway. But for the evening Halloween shows, it's a bit more rampant. But yeah, they don't have anything. There are ventilation systems in the chainsaw rooms. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so they try and like look after.
have you got a favourite moment so far during your scare acting? Like interaction?
Oh, there's many. I think one of my most memorable was Monday night or Tuesday night. It was Halloween, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And actually 3 girls came through. And I did a whole bit with chainsaw, and 2 of them ran off and just left their friend. So I got in front of the friend and I trapped her in the room, and I was at the end of the maze as well. So they've run out into the bar, and I've trapped her friend in, and I'm playing around with her a bit. And then all of a sudden, these 2 girls come in and just snatch her away.
What, the same 2 girls who ran off?
Yeah, they came back in to rescue their mate, and I just thought that was brilliant.
That's kind of
Oh, that was good. That was really good.
I Trouble with the Joneses. Do the actors have to refuel chainsaws, or do you get a straight swap?
Yeah, so we have 2 chainsaws in 2 different rooms, and I have to kind of run back to the other guy with the chainsaw between scenes, kind of running along with my little chainsaw because it ran out. It was embarrassing actually, because this one girl at the front, she came through. She kind of looked like she was in Smiler cosplay actually, and she was like, deadpanning it in every room, and everyone said about her afterwards how she was acting hard and like, oh, you're not scary. And what I went to do, because what we do if someone's kind of not playing ball, or if they are playing ball even more, is you kind of put the chainsaw between their legs a bit, because they're not used to that, and it scares them. And I went to do it, and just as I went to rev it more, it cut out and it ran out of petrol.
Oh
no!
Shame.
You should have started making the noise with your mouth.
No.
No, I just had to play, just joke around with them a bit more. Luckily, with the strobes and the music and everything, they're already scared. They're already looking to get out, so you can kind of just be funny, and it makes a good ending. Fair enough.
That was a good ending.
Have you got a favourite?
They might need to refuel the car.
Have you got a favourite interaction as a guest?
As a guest, interaction with that. I don't know. I know my favourite moment of all time going through a maze would be probably on Saturday with Jamie, and we was going through Vinden at Liseberg, and there's this one room that's so creepy. We both had our coats up like this, and it was just
Yeah, we were both doing that. I was doing that.
Really?
because
Yeah.
Right, spoilers ahead. So you walk in. You're used to like the Stitches room at the end with all the dolls standing there, and one of them's an actor. Well, you walk into a room like that expecting that, but then all of a sudden they all move at the same time and they all start dancing around because they're all animatronics.
They're creepy. They're creepy.
And they're so
Is one of them
close
real
to
or
you.
not?
That is really
No.
disorientating though as well, isn't
They're
it?
all animatronics, but it worked better because it's so much creepier.
Absolutely.
That is really cool.
And I mean, we're going to move on to Liseberg anyway, but I'll ask Jamie before we talk more about Liseberg. Have you got a favourite moment from a scare maze as a guest?
Oh God, many, but I think the scariest ones I've done are probably Dr. Fright's. Like last year, I think it was, or whatever. I think I've got the biggest scares from there. So, but yeah, I don't fall to the floor like Harrison does, but I still
He's throwing Harrison under the bus now. He's like, I'm not scared of him.
Was mate. Yeah, so I think I'd just say probably Dr. Fright's. There was one. I think there's one particular maze. I think it was like themed to like nuns and stuff like that. And that I just remember there being quite a few like. Actually, that or Traumatica. They have a lot of animatronic scares, and I find them bloody terrifying. Animatronic like ones. They're what get me. So there was like a clown one at Traumatica, and you go into the first room, and out of all 4 walls, these clown animatronics just come to you. And it's just really mad, and I'd probably say that's the biggest scare I've probably got. So yeah.
A few honourable mentions as well. I think it was in that zombie one. No, it was in 7 Sins. And you're walking through, and there's all these TV screens on the walls showing everything about 7 Sins.
Yeah. And
then out of nowhere, there's this animatronic below your feet, like under a sheet of glass. That was terrifying.
Oh yeah.
What was the zombie one at Dr. Fright's? And you're walking through, and there's hands, both fake and real, reaching through the walls.
Oh yeah.
So you're kind of looking at the walls, looking for the hands, and all of a sudden there's an actor on the roof reaching down at you.
Oh, that's cool.
That was really good.
That would. It's the fact that everything's just at every angle. The one
Yeah.
with the feet would get me.
Hmm.
Anything to do with feet, and I'm like, no.
I think it's all about
Anything to do with
distraction,
my
isn't it?
feet.
Yeah, like you're paying so much attention to those hands in the walls, you don't realise there's a bloke right there above your head. That was quite a
Yeah.
good moment.
Yeah.
It sounds like they've put a lot more effort in than,
Uh,
I don't want to badmouth them, but a lot more effort in than Merlin.
Absolutely, 100%. I was impressed with Alton Towers' lineup this year.
Daz
Altonville
Games?
Mine, really good. Sorry?
Daz Games? What did you think of that?
Daz Games it's actually the most fun I've had in the maze this year.
It was fun, wasn't it? Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Mm.
It's just the lighting package was immense, music was good, and it's just so overwhelming, I think.
Travel with the Jones is going well off topic a bit. He means McCaney Manor, real or fake. Are you saying what's best hands down? Sign a waiver. You been any sign a waiver?
I should have sent you this picture before the show, shouldn't I?
Oh, I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah. So at Christmas we have our it's ScareCon Christmas party, and after Warsaw Scare Maze shuts for the evening shows, we do the Face It Alone.
Yeah.
And you can sign the waiver. I've got a copy of it somewhere, and it's liable for anything really. I mean, the first scene, I have to remember it now because it was all so much, and I was on my own. I came out with lipstick all over my face, lots of explicitives written all over me. My trousers were pulled down at one point in the maze for a prolonged period of time. There was lots of nudity, lots of acts. It was fun. It was definitely one of the more memorable.
Would you do it again?
Definitely. It was a lot of fun. I was nervous about it because I'm really mostly arachnophobic, but I'm terrified of all kinds of bugs. So when I saw on the waiver there'd be insects, I was like, no. But went through with it. The good thing about them is that if you say the safe word, they'll just take you to the next scene. So
did you ever have to do that at any point?
Yes. So I saw her have a bowl of mealworms, and even though they're only mealworms, I still
No, I wouldn't.
moved straight on. And then as I was walking to the next scene, an elf popped out at me. I can't remember what she said, but she ended up just going and then running off. I was like, okay.
Maybe she wanted you to chase her.
Maybe, you never know, through the Christmas trees. There was then you get to Bad Santa and he's like drunk. He said he'd been good or bad, pleasure or pain or something like that. And
did you have to sit on his knee?
Sorry?
Did you have to sit on his knee?
No, I sat on the chair and someone else sat on my lap. Mrs. Claus. But Mrs. Claus was in a black dress. And then
it's when you think Harrison's kind of said it all, and then he's like, here's another little detail. Just
Yeah.
And then she said, stand up, pull your trousers down. So then you stand there in your boxers.
So are they keeping a straight face, or are they laughing?
No, I don't know how, but they managed to keep a straight face. And they said, like, crawl around on the floor like a dog. Then I got back in the chair. She kind of sat on my lap and then kicked me into the next room, which was the beauty salon. That's it, because it was called BJ's Beauty Salon.
Oh no.
And she's going, do you love BJ's, do you? Yeah. Shout, I love BJ's. Shout, I love BJ's.
Oh my God. Wow.
And she kind of had me in a wheelchair and she was writing over my face in lipstick, doing all sorts. And then wheeled me into the next room, which had, and he pulled out clippers in the next room.
Oh, did he cut? Yeah.
I immediately said the safe word because can't touch that. But I'm glad I did because Kieran Quinn lost an eyebrow.
Oh, really?
Oh my word!
Someone got a bit of their beard shaved. Yeah, lots of fun, and a lot of people got wax strips put on their arms as well.
Oh man!
Nope.
So I'm glad I said a safe word for that.
Yeah.
Did everyone have a designated safe word, or was it just a universal one for everyone?
It was mercy. The safe word was for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. I was just wondered.
And then the next room was electrocution, and you'll see later on in the photos how I deal with electrocution. It was a, what do you call it? The is it a tens machine?
Is it the one where you like?
I'm trying to think if I've got the photo now.
Sit in the arcade and you had like Uncle Fester sat at the back.
Is that what you're on about?
Have to grip it.
That is my reaction to an electric shock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a real electric shock, or was it one of those things that vibrates really fast?
Oh no, it was real. It very much hurt. And then my friend at Fear texted me yesterday morning and said, "I've just done all 3 levels. You're just a wimp." I was like, "Oh, cheers."
Yeah.
They didn't have tasers then?
No, they didn't have tasers. I don't think I'd handle tasers. I don't know.
We had some people on a few months ago, and they were telling us about in Krakow. There's a scare maze where they have tasers, and there's 3 different levels of extreme. And
I don't think I could do that.
Oh, Travels with the Jones puts tens machine. It's to stimulate a birth pain.
Oh yeah.
Certainly felt like it.
So have you done any extreme mazes, Jamie?
No, I haven't actually. No, I wanted to do. This was years ago when I was a bit younger. When I was Towers, they did the extreme ones, and I really wanted to do them, but then they stopped doing them. And I was like, oh. But no, I've always fancied it. I don't know about like the one Harrison did. I don't know if I could just. I don't know. I'd be too like.
Oh, that's the photo.
There's the photo.
I asked Harrison this before we came on, but for everyone at home, is that a legitimate reaction?
That is genuine. That is. I mean, Jamie can back me up on this. That is how I react.
Oh, 100%. It's official.
It's like you died, you drop in.
How do you handle scare zones? Are you a bit?
I'm alright in scare zones because you can normally see them coming, but it's always the proper jump scares that get me. I even had it. Some scares get me going. You know, you have the initial scream, and then you carry on screaming because you're so in shock from what just happened. Like, I'm not used to animatronics touching me, and there was one in Hotel Gaston at Liseberg, and all it was a suit. And as you're walking through this cupboard, this suit just came onto my shoulder, like really pushed onto me. It was like against a rubber pad or whatever. But because it just hit me, and I just screamed for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes? Bloody hell. 10 seconds, because I was just so in shock of what just happened.
Did they change Hotel Gaston up a bit, or was it just the same as always?
They put lots of cards, and it was kind of clown maze, wasn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was different. I think it was the same route on it as always, but I think they did it a bit differently.
So I don't know how well this will show up, but this is how I came up.
I'll make you bigger. Don't worry, I'll make you bigger.
Oh my word! Is that the aftermath?
I can't tell if you're happy or not.
Kind of. And also I found something they put in my pocket, which I only found the next morning. But how PG-13 is this podcast?
How bad is it? What is it of?
It's something filled with a fake liquid in a rubber device.
Yeah, don't show that.
Filled at the end.
Yeah,
I can't even remember them, but they just put it in my pocket. Then I found it the next morning. I was like,
Oh.
I'm just wondering what if someone else had found it in your clothes. I'm like,
that would have been awkward.
Oh, I've got what have they got?
Well, there you go. The comment section.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is one of them.
Trouble with the June book condom. So,
yeah. You've reduced that. Trouble with the Joneses.
Yeah. Where's B grounds? Beast
He means burial grounds, I think. At Towers.
Oh,
What did you think of burial grounds?
I thought that was the worst thing at Scarefest this year.
Really?
Everyone raved about it, but I don't get
I
it.
thought it was all right at night. I don't know if anyone's seen it, and no one has to watch it if they don't want to. But I did a walkthrough in the day and at night, and
Mhm.
I was kind of just being myself when I'm filming. And I saw the people in the pig masks with the green coats on and the Wellington boots. And this guy stood there about to try and scare me. And I put my camera right up to his boots. And I'm like, look at the boots, everyone. He's got Wellington boots. And then he just kind of stood there. I couldn't see his face, but I got the kind of feeling that he was annoyed.
I
That was just laughing at the Wellington boots.
I walked through. I thought, are they trying to extend the Wicker Man by because the signs say be the unchosen, and then they had people with like masks like they're part of the Umbrella Academy.
I do
so I got a bit confused.
Do you remember the welcoming they did the season before it opened?
Yeah, I preferred that.
Yeah.
That was much better.
Yeah, it
But I
made a bit
thought-
more sense.
I didn't understand the Batman looking biker people with the crowbars. I thought that's.
No, I didn't. No.
I asked someone afterwards. I went, if I didn't tell you that was Wicker Man, what would you say? That
First thing I said was, "Why is Batman?" And I went, "Why is the Umbrella Academy part of this?"
Mhm.
I mean, I kind of get what they're going for. Personally, I think it's kind of just like I don't want to say cheap way of doing it, but like it's kind of just, because then you could just do it modern. You'd have to worry about time periods or anything like that. I got it. I think it looked good. I just didn't think it suited Wicker Man. Like those costumes looked good. Just
Do you
didn't
think
suit
it was them trying to
Yeah.
say this is what the scare mazes are a bit like? You've had a free bit now. You might want to. I don't know if
Maybe,
that should be what they do.
Got like a
the thing is, because I love Towers for their theming, and all that was, there were a few good bits like the smoke-filled room, but most of it was just hanging sheets with spray paint on it.
Mm.
Nothing happened in that room for us either time, did?
No,
Was there
there's nothing
Nothing
in there.
happened for us either, did it?
It reminded me of that one, do you know, in Chessington, where you went through that. We went
Yeah, with
years
the different
ago.
scenes. They've got
But,
something similar now.
Yeah,
Like
where you go
Barbara
through and
does.
you're thinking something's either going to jump out or a loud noise is going to happen, and then you go through and you're like, "There's nothing."
I thought you were going to say when they did the Blair Witch at Thorpe Park, because you go through a house where not much happens in that.
Oh, no,
sometimes.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, thought it was nice.
Oh,
at times.
Ben and Harley's Theme Park Adventures. Hello. He said they
We've been
love
here the whole
burial
time.
grounds, but it was nice at Towers. Introduced a free scare zone. Hopefully they do more next season.
Oh yeah, it's nice that it was free, but
It's nice that they're just bringing them back again. To be fair, we've not had them for years, have we? So I thought that was quite nice. We had something like that again, even though the theme was a bit confusing and didn't make sense. But
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Park Pulse, who's he's in Cincinnati, and we have the most of the parks now. It's a separate ticket.
Yeah.
It's about what was it? If you want to do the 4 scare mazes minus the Daz Panic one, it was 27 quid for annual pass holders, which is about $35, I reckon.
I
He
think
was telling us last week. I think Park Pulse was telling us for haunted houses over there, it's about $2 to $5, and I'm like, we pay way more
Yeah.
of it.
so
Wow.
you're fine.
yeah,
To be fair, I was looking. I got really, really bored the other day. Really bored, dramatically bored. And I was looking on Google Maps at Thorpe Park, and you go on Street View.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they've got Street View in the park.
Yeah, and I was just looking through the years, and I saw it back when Fast Track was £3 for a one shot.
Oh, yeah.
wow, oh god, yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
when everyone complained that fireworks pre-book tickets for pass holders was £5 when they first introduced it. And
Yeah.
The thing is, I suppose this is why we complain about these things, though, and it's important too, because you say, "Oh, it's only a £5," and then they put it up to a tenner. You say, "Oh, it's only a tenner." The 15 quid, 20 quid, and now we're what is it now? 25 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they know they can kind of just push it and push it and push it and get away with more and more.
Mhm.
Same with Thorpe Park mazes.
I wouldn't
Did you
I
do
wouldn't
Thorpe
mind
Park?
if they did 2 weekends for fireworks, to be fair. I reckon they could get away with it.
Mm.
They could do. Did you do Thorpe Park this year?
No, we've not done Thorpe
We
Park in
didn't,
years.
no, unfortunately
We always
not.
think we'll go, and then because we live like up near Nottingham.
Yeah. So
And then
we're not-
we-
we used to do we used to go quite a lot when we lived
Yeah,
down
we live
south.
down in Cambridge. And then, but now it's whenever we want to go, we just think actually there's somewhere else we could go, and we don't have to drive that much.
It's always another reason to stop us driving.
Or something else. We're going to go next year. We'll go next year. I don't know if
we'll
we'll go
definitely go, but we're more like, there's going to be, there's that child.
There's Alton Towers,
there minute, so
or
might leave it a bit longer.
There was the Phone Kiosk Museum, or there's the National Lawnmower Museum. Like quirky stuff like that.
There's quite a few things that we want to go to.
Sounds great.
We got offered to be scare actors at Knott's Maze, but we didn't have the time. No. Like you said.
Oh,
they offered, he went, because we were going to say, don't pay us, just let us go another day as guests for free. But then we didn't get time to go.
I want to do it before I get older. So, like you said, try it once in your life. And these are quite cool photos there.
Where is this at Thorpe?
This is at the Howl, Leighton Buzzard.
Oh.
It's good fun, that place. I mean, it's kind of Tully's little sister.
It's owned by the same people?
Yeah. They used to go, I don't know if they still are, because they used to go by Tully's The Howl, and now it's just The Howl. Death's Doors.
Death's Doors was free, wasn't it?
That was free, and
how did that compare to, I mean, it's not the same thing, but compared to Burial Grounds, was that better? How was the quality?
No, they're both terrible. The things with Death's Doors is you've got groups of doors with only one actor in each group, and you're letting like 12 people in at a time. So multiple people are going to knock on those doors, and they can only answer one door at a time. Which, I mean, I've gone through there before, and I've knocked on doors, and not once have they been answered. I mean, you got towards the end of the season, and there's some doors with like effects on the buttons. They weren't
hard
working.
To make up for it.
Yeah, but they just didn't work.
It sounds like, minus the sweets, a grown-up version of Trick or Treat Town, Alton Towers.
Yeah, but Trick or Treat Town was fun and enjoyable.
Trick or Treat Town was fun, but they had the same thing where you had a row of doors and there was one actor doing all the doors.
To be fair, we did try Trick or Treat Town this year.
It was fun.
Because I was like, come on, let's just go for it. Because
we got sweets. So.
Yeah, and there was a good variety of how.
It was because we did Halloween Farm, and that was so badly done. We wanted to compare it.
Yeah, from one of our previous vlogs.
We did Lucifer's Lair. That was my favourite thing at Fright Nights this year. Really good. I mean, you need to sort the audio system out because you couldn't really hear what you're saying. But it was very Halloween Horror Night style. You had an actor up in that not Game of Thrones chair at the top.
Yeah.
We're thinking Andy enjoyed scares and everything. They had an actor up there, and he's kind of just insulting people as they walk by. Not in a bad way. I
do feel like Thorpe could probably go the whole way and just be not
hardcore.
No, well, yeah, but it could also be like, I'm not saying it'd be on the same level of quality, but it's almost got that feeling like it could be a Universal style park and just fill everything with IPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
Well, it goes that way anyway.
They don't leave enough room. Belvoir Manors was good. Extreme Screen Park. They had a lot more actors than I've seen. I've only been going for the last 3 years, but they had a lot more actors than I've seen in previous years.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed Belvoir Manors this year.
Is that your favourite one at Extreme? Because it's quite a mix of different scenes.
I do enjoy it, yeah. Especially, I enjoy the levels as well because they've got like the auction scene where you've got the woman up on the balcony auctioning you off. And there were a lot more kind of spoken scenes this year as well, which I really enjoyed because it adds to the theatricality of it. It's either that or Ash Hell, but that let us down this year.
Yeah.
I feel like Ash Hell, the first half, I mean, I didn't go this year, but when I've been before, the times I've been, the first half seems better than the second half.
The first half, yeah. It's what Belvoir?
No, Ash Hell.
Ash Hell, yeah. It's so long, but it does get a bit samey, doesn't it? Because you're just going through the same scene a bit.
Yeah,
Did you enjoy the crows at Thorpe?
Crows at Thorpe.
Yeah.
I had one good go on it. I preferred it last year for some reason. This year just didn't do it for me. I do enjoy that, and the fact that's free, relatively well themed. Like that's how a free scare zone's done. To be fair, it's just amazing how a scare zone should be free roaming, and yet they get massive queues on peak times.
Well, it's not really a scare zone, is it? It's just like a free outdoor maze.
It's more of a free walkthrough, yeah. We should.
Did you do Thought Park, Jamie?
So say again. Did you say have I been?
Did you do Thought Park this year for Fright Nights?
No, I haven't actually done Fright Nights for. Well, we went last year, but I don't know. I've not had much. I don't as much interest, unfortunately, this year. I don't know. Like again, I might have enjoyed it this year, but I don't know. Last year, I just wasn't massively. Unfortunately, like it was when Creek Freak was a thing, and I was a bit late to that one, and everyone was saying, "Oh, it's really good," and you get all these chainsaws, and I got like 2 actors with a chainsaw, and I just thought, from what everyone's told me, I thought, oh, was that all it was? And that's a bit unfortunate. Maybe I just got it rubbish last couple of times, but from that, I just thought, oh.
So it's last time you went when we did Aftershock?
Yeah, was it last year? I think it was.
Year before, I think.
Yeah, possibly the year before. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. I might give it another go at some point. Like, I just hope it's improving on the mazes a bit.
Stitches was a fun maze.
Yeah.
It's the thing is about Thorpe is they're charging quite very high prices for their mazes.
Higher than Alton Towers?
So?
Is it higher than Alton Towers? Is it about the same?
How much was it for 3? I can't remember how much it was for 3. Obviously, Alton Towers you get 4, don't you?
Yeah.
I think it's probably the same, but at least Towers you've got some consistency, whereas Thorpe just aren't consistent in the slightest. I did Stitches 3 times. The first was kind of just like a Halloween Horror Nights, one big conga line going through, plenty of actors, but still. Second go, smaller group, good scares, really enjoyed it. Third go, once again, just no actors. And then the fourth go, I did go 4th because someone gifted me one. And it was just like Halloween Horror Nights, you're going through in one big group, but no actors anywhere. I just think you can't charge for a maze if it's going to be so inconsistent like that.
Was it more animatronics then than scare actors? Because there's one point where we went on one where there was more not at the Horror Nights, but another sort of venue where there was more animatronics than there was actually scare actors.
No, Stitches has. Does it have any animatronics? I don't think it does.
So you just had a well-themed rooms to go through. It was like a walking tour.
Yeah, kind of. There's one good bit I like in Stitches with lighting, and it kind of cuts off and whatever, like good strobe light. But that's why I like Extreme, because they're not relying on actors, because they are in the middle of nowhere. So they've got really good animatronics to rely on.
Yeah.
And they sort of, well, Thought Park do it for a living, I guess, at some point of the year, but I feel like Extreme and Screamfest, that's what they do. Whereas the theme parks are just trying to add something on to being a theme park, aren't they?
Well, I suppose Extreme Scream Park is Twin Lakes theme park, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. Actually, that'd be quite funny if it was operational at the same time of day.
I'd like to mention, actually, whilst we're on the subject of Twin Lakes, is that one of my old colleagues has gone to Extreme Screen this year for the first time, and I thought at first, oh my gosh, she's going to hate it. She loves it. So well done, you braved it. If they're watching it. So well proud of you.
Harrison, what did you think of this year's version of Mind Tours?
I did enjoy it. It refreshed it a lot. Got really good scares in there. My good friend Maddie was in there as well. She scared the crap out of me.
Did you get special treatment when they recognise you?
Not even that, no. She's just a very good actress. I enjoyed this new bit where the I think it's where, you know, the old squeezy bit with all the
Oh, the suits.
hazmat suits. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of been replaced with a bit. I think it's where it used to be, but it's kind of disorientating. But it's got a really good strobe light, and you couldn't see anything. I think this year's definitely a lot more creepier and scarier, whereas original Mind Tours is more chaotic. This is just creepy and scary.
Do you think it's been there long enough now?
The thing is, it's like a not so subtle rip-off of House of a Thousand Corpses, and that's one of my favourite horror films. So, personally, I love it, but I can see why everyone's bored of it now. Something new would be nice.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Which all the mazes, the three main mazes there, I guess, not including Invitation. Which ones would you get rid of next year?
If I had to pick one, or
you could pick more than one if you want. I think you'd probably keep Mind Tours, wouldn't you?
I'd probably get rid of all of them. Start fresh.
Really?
Good thing. Like, the thing is about those mazes is they're so well themed, but
yeah,
you need to replace them all with equally as good themed mazes, equally as well themed mazes. Sorry. Yeah.
What did Jamie think of Mind Tours?
I thought it was definitely a refreshing take. It needed it, but I think I do agree with a lot of people where it needs to go now. It was good for the first couple of years, but it's been like 8-9 years now. It's a bit, but at least at least they have done something, and it did feel a bit different, and that was good. But I think next year, I mean, like Harrison said, I think even a lot of the mazes have outdone their stay now. And I think just something new, something refreshing, maybe more scare zones at least. That'll be at least different. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Was it Scary Tales?
Yeah, Scary Tales.
I loved that one.
That was good.
Yeah, that was
I
alright.
loved it, and it was. I'd say
short.
family friendly, but you know, even kids were walking through it, and some of them were getting scared. You know, it was just brilliant.
Yeah,
they need to bring that back and more.
I really miss Freak Show.
Really
good.
I don't know. That was.
I kind of liked it, but I wish it was placed somewhere else.
I don't like the actual scare zones that are actual scare zones. I prefer the ones that are more like they're trying to be mazes, because I don't know. This is an opinion I've said on the show before. I feel like having just actors walking about, especially with a chainsaw, kind of breaks the mystique of it, because you know it's not a real chainsaw. But then when they had that scare zone in near Nemesis in the Valley that time, there was just a random person walking around with a chainsaw, and I'm there. I'm going, I have mate James with me, and I was like, "Oh, James, they've taken the chain out. That's what they've done." And I'm really interested, but I'm not trying to make it not look scary. But everyone else is suddenly realizing, if this guy's not scared and he's walking up to her so he can see the chainsaw, but I think it breaks the mystique of it having actors out and about. But that's just my opinion.
I like it where it's because where I thought with Scary Tales, it was a bit more enclosed.
Yeah, like a little maze.
You couldn't see it. When with no offense about Freak Show,
Freak Show was a good idea.
I love clowns myself. So,
I like the pre-show.
It's kind of like it's not as concealed and
it's a walkway.
You know
I like the pre-show that they did for that every night.
Open.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, I like that.
Just reminded me of Tuesday night, because I had someone like you come through, Mike, and
I'm reviewing everything.
Freak Show.
I had my chainsaw out, and I was doing a bit on the bed, revving it up and whatever. And
I wouldn't do it in a maze.
No, but they went, "Oh, your chainsaw's missing its blade." All right, so you won't mind it going up your legs then? And I'll just put it between the legs, and they bolted. I've never seen someone run so fast, and it's just to go from so cocky to sprinting out the maze that quickly.
I know. I don't. I'm very into the mazes. I don't go in there.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
I don't understand those people that do that. Where they go, "Oh, I'm not." It's like, well, you paid for it, mate. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's
exactly.
Yeah.
What did you think? I'll get to these quizzes in a minute, but I just want to get your opinion, because we talked about Scarefest. I'll ask Harrison first. Did you feel like they could have done more last year when it was the anniversary?
Last year was it was a bit of a stale year last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was expecting when they hyped up the anniversary. What was it, 15 years? And they
15 years, and we
they
had
said, yeah, I thought they might bring like one old maze back or have some throwback to it, and they didn't.
well, yeah, they had Invitation, which I quite enjoy. I do
Did you
understand.
enjoy the original version? Because they've changed it a bit, didn't they?
I prefer the scare maze at the end. Doesn't make sense for me because because you've gone in by the vampire's familiar, and they've taken you down to the crypt and whatever. But then vampire hunters have come in, put the vampire back in the cage. So why are you now then going back in where there's more vampire? It doesn't really make sense. It more just feels like a push-on addition. So I preferred the original version. But I really enjoy Darkfield as a company. They've done some brilliant attractions and experiences over the years.
Yeah.
But as soon as they were announced for Thorpe Park and Scarefest, the first thing I said was it's not going to work in a theme park.
Were their hands tied? What they could do?
I think so, yeah. Because the thing is, their audio experiences, and in a shipping container at Edinburgh Fringe or in the middle of London or wherever, they work very well because they're theatre pieces at the end of the day. And that's not what people go to theme parks for. Same with Ghost Train. I've always said if Ghost Train was in the middle of London as a solo immersive theatre experience, it'd be quite good. But where it's at Thorpe Park, where people are going for thrills and quick scares, it just doesn't work there.
Yeah.
So I don't think the invitation's bad. I just think it's a little bit rushed because, as well, normally Darkfield experiences are spread out over 30 minutes, so they can really get into your mind. Darkfield invitation's about 10 minutes, isn't it? It's quite quick.
Yeah.
The company that did the audio as well for it, did they do one? I can't remember where it was, what country it was in, but it was in another country where it was an airplane crash or something.
Flight.
Yeah. And I thought.
That premiered in London.
Yeah.
I've seen it in London heard it in London a few times, and in Edinburgh. It's brilliant as well because they put kind of theories behind it as well. So Flight isn't just an airplane crash; it's about Schrodinger's cat, and it breaks the 4-4, and it says, to everyone outside of this box, you're both dead and alive right now, and you experience two different parallel realities where you've crashed in one reality, but you're flying in the other. Yeah, that's one of my favourite ones of theirs, actually.
Which I thought when I kind of briefly saw it on, because I think I had them on Instagram for a bit as well, but I briefly saw that before we went to Invitation. I thought, it might be something, gets you sort of I don't know, brain thinking over quite a bit, questioning quite a lot. But when we got the Invitation, it was just okay, I get where you were coming from with the loudness and the noises, but me personally didn't really do much. So
I do get it. I do get why people don't like it. I think people are hating it before it even. The thing is with this community as well, is people will hate something before it, opens, and they'll want to hate it because of that. Same with Daz Games. And the thing is, Daz Games was so good that a lot of people were even saying, damn, I wanted to hate it, but I couldn't. It just made me laugh because it just shows. But yeah, it just doesn't work in a theme park.
No.
Just want to say how hardcore.
You need the full immersion of overall spookiness.
Where's this attraction that in the photo?
That is the Haunted Mansion, which you'll recognise from Hyde Park Winter Wonderland. But for Liseberg, they have it there for Halloween.
I was just going to say it's pretty hardcore. There's a kid in the pram going in there. Just...
Be an animatronic. A baby comes out. There's a couple of questions, in the comments as well.
These are more related to fireworks.
Fireworks. There was one about Nemesis or something as well, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
Do you think the Do you think
yeah.
the Nemesis will be involved in the fireworks at Towers?
Probably.
I mean, they did last year saying it was closing, didn't they? But I'm just wondering if they'll. I don't know.
I think that would have been better if they hadn't announced they were going to do that on the Sunday. If they just surprised everyone, because everyone was like, "Okay, we've been told they're going to do something," and then they had this really short video and people marched over there.
It might be like maybe an update kind of thing. I don't know, maybe.
And do you think they could have done the Curse of Old Manor sort of scare maze? See, I can't
No,
remember
and
the
I'm
way it
glad
was,
they didn't.
but just from what I can see in the comments,
I did dual live
well.
when that was live.
Well, the attic is too near to that, so
Yeah.
it'll be just.
Yeah, I've got a few photos of the Jamie dressed up as Farmer Ted with his friends.
How cool are these photos?
Oh, that was a funny way.
Have we got time for the quiz? Have you both got time for the quiz?
I've got time. Yeah.
I've got time. Can I just get my charger? It's in the other room.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Just while he's just getting his charger, everybody just put a like as well. Obviously share it around.
I haven't got any. I didn't know what links
I
Harrison will
think-
want. So if you're watching this on catch up by then, the links will be in the description. But also, Phantasmic Adventures is in the description. So
And if anyone wants to know what was on my hat, it was Screenfest. That's on my hat. So I feel like a betrayer right now because that's one we've not. I don't think we've mentioned.
I didn't get to go there this year.
Hello.
I normally do enjoy Screamfest.
Oh, lights have gone up.
It just kicked me out for some weird reason on the thing. There we go. I'm back in again. Yay.
you can
Sorry.
put comments on it
I
now.
think that's why I kept looking to the side because I was like, where's it gone?
Also, we've got fan housing. Do parks have to apply for IP licenses? Yes, they have to get an agreement with the owner of the IP in order to use that IP.
Well, then just backtracking a little bit with some comments because there's been a lot of interesting things being put up there as well.
What stuff about the fireworks?
I wish Creep Feet came back this year or at least.
Yeah, I never really
had
did
Roman
Creep Feet,
actors.
but it got a bit of following, didn't it?
Well, we had like the send off for it at ScareCon, which was quite funny because they couldn't get chainsaw started.
It's the same one you used earlier.
I mean, it happens to the best of us.
Well, Ben and Holly says they want to experience Flight as well.
Flight, yeah, it's really
to.
brilliant. They've not been in London for a while though. Seance, that's the point. Seance used to be at Warwick Castle as well.
Did it?
Yes, they used to do it, and it worked quite well because it was in one of the dining rooms.
Yeah.
But again, that was an upcharge.
I could say which was that's the one that we walked through where we had.
We didn't do that. Wasn't called no.
iPad.
He's talking about an actual thing that called Seance. That's like a seance. We did a couple of mazes at Warwick Castle last year.
I'm just wondering if it'll be in the armory room because obviously that's like a black and white checkered block.
No,
What would you like to do? Oh no, you carry on.
I can't remember where it was. I remember it was it was an upcharge attraction, and they just had like the normal dartfall set up around like a dining table. I think it was near where the Princess Tower is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know which bit you mean actually.
What would you like to see Thought do with Angry Birds Land when the IP runs out?
Amity.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Leave it be. The funny thing is, I saw someone on Twitter the other day. This is showing. It scares me how young some enthusiasts are. And he was saying, "Oh, what if Thought Park did Amity as the new land? Imagine it; it would fit so well because it wouldn't make sense to do such a new tiny area." I just thought, you do realise that was Amity before it was Angry Birds. That wouldn't be new. This is basically. Imagine if they went back to what it originally was. Here's Johnny.
Johnny.
God.
You'll get this one.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I gave it.
What are we doing? Quotes.
Just guess
from
what film it's from.
Everybody in the
that's
comments
Shining.
can join in too. So, guess what film? What is your
Scream.
favorite scary movie?
Did Jamie want to do the next one?
Go on.
Jamie?
Never mind. It.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Oh my gosh.
I've done two. You do
Oh
two.
God.
I feel like
I know it, but I've forgotten.
Sorry, sir.
I know.
Go on. Yeah. Go
Harrison.
on.
Sixth Sense.
Oh, God.
I feel like that was the one film where
It was in my head.
as soon as some people saw it, they ruined the twist at the end.
That was what was in my head.
I knew it anyway.
There you go, Jamie. Do you know that one? I feel like that's probably been in more than one film.
Yeah, I've heard this phrase quite a bit. Very afraid.
Is that? Can I guess?
You can do if you want.
Ghostbusters.
Not where I've got it from.
I don't know why. That's what I thought.
It's in an older horror film with Jeff Goldblum in it. Very creepy film.
Oh,
It's not.
I know. Oh.
Jeff Goldblum, and it's quite
I don't know if
good.
Name,
He's the guy from Jurassic Park who said.
Yeah, I know him from Jurassic Park. That's it. I don't know if I can't.
What year?
I can't remember. Was it the 80s?
Oh, a couple of coming in. The Fly.
Yeah, there we go. The Fly.
I've
not actually seen that one.
No,
there is a sequel to it as well. Basically, he makes a teleporter, tests it out himself, but a fly goes in. So when he comes out, he starts turning into one over the course of a few days, and he gets really sick. And then he tries to get his girlfriend to do it, and someone else walks in and says, "No, be afraid, be very afraid."
I'm scared to close my eyes. I'm scared to open them. I'm going to die out there. Here.
I don't know if I can remember this. I did the quiz.
Any clues, anybody? I'm scared to
Clues?
close my eyes. I'm scared to open them. I'm going to die out here.
It's probably said in a more dramatic way than that. I can't remember what it was now.
I can say it in a state of panic if you want me to, but I just don't know how else to do it.
No, I don't know.
Oh, anybody?
Oh, no, it's
Day
obvious.
of the Dead. Day of the Dead?
Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch
Oh, Ben got
I've seen
it.
that film loads. I
Years.
love that film.
Well done.
I think that was during that famous scene where she has the snotty nose.
Probably.
They're here.
They're here.
Go on, Jamie.
Oh God! Again, it's one of those. I know the scene, but what's it from?
Hands on the telly.
Yeah, TV.
Oh, is it like
Oh.
Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good,
You
actually.
got that.
Ben, yeah, that's not
On the count of 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Saw.
Oh.
Has anyone
Saw
seen
2, Saw 3,
I'm glad it was.
5, Saw 6,
Plants vs
7.
Zombies? I think that was for the last one.
Oh,
Have
sorry.
you seen The
Spiral,
Blair Witch
Saw
2,
X.
by the way?
Have you seen what?
The Blair Witch 2.
One from about 5 years ago, or whatever it was.
No, the sequel to the original film.
Oh.
I actually think it's really good. It got a really bad reviews.
No, I haven't actually. I saw the one they did about 5-6 years ago, which was all right.
Trust is a tough thing to come by these days.
Oh.
It's a film about trusting. Do you want a clue? Or
Yeah, definitely.
it's a film about something that can change what it looks like.
Hi, Ellie.
Oh, is it The Thing?
Yeah.
Ah.
This is not the house that's haunted. It's your son. I can keep saying he's in Yorkshire if you want, but
I can't remember this one either.
I don't like it.
Is it a modern?
I can't remember now.
It's not the house that's haunted. It's your son. I can't do it that way. Sorry.
I'm trying to think.
It just doesn't work, does it? I'm sorry.
That sounds great.
Hang on, say it again. I'll put the echo on.
Hang on.
Thinking.
It's not the house that's haunted, it's your son. Now get out my phone.
Insidious. Do we want to go with Insidious?
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Or
Sounds
the other
familiar. Yeah, I forgot
Very
what it
good.
was.
Oh, we know what.
Do you know?
one. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
In fact,
Oh,
truth this one. I heard it on BBC Radio 2 this week. It's you're going to need a bigger boat.
Well, I pasted this from the internet.
yeah.
Where it's you're going to need a bigger boat.
Well, I pasted it from the
So
internet.
if anyone's got Jaws, watch it. Just to be sure. But that's what they said on BBC Radio 2.
He's wearing her face. Skin
Hmm.
snatching.
He's off. I don't know.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
When?
Not face off then.
Face Off. That's a brilliant film. If anyone's not seen Face Off and likes how crazy Nicolas Cage can get,
Nicolas
Cage plays a character where he's trying to be John Travolta playing Nicolas Cage.
I actually laughed at that one quite a bit.
What, Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Face
No,
Off?
their Face Off.
Birds are not aggressive creatures.
Oh,
They bring beauty to the world.
The birds.
bird.
Yeah, I like that film. It's such an old film though, because they talk about driving home when they're at the pub getting wasted. So it shows its age.
Don't we all?
Oh,
No, disgusted. Absolutely disgusted.
oh,
That's not the
The
Wicker Man.
remake of the original.
The
That's
original's
not the
great.
Wicker Man. That's an American abomination.
They say you can't die in your dreams.
Oh,
Is that
man.
true?
I've heard this.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Freddy Krueger.
Oh, it's 1408.
No,
I forgot what it was.
1408.
It's 1408.
Fair enough.
Which was Stephen King, wasn't it?
Never heard of that one.
You not watch 1408? It's got I can't remember the main character. I know it's got Samuel Jackson in it. Basically, he goes to a hotel room and then he can't escape the room, and things are happening to him. And I don't want to ruin the ending, but it was a good film. I saw it.
I've
somewhere.
never heard of 1408.
No, I've not.
I'd look it up. I'm sure it's a Stephen King book, isn't it?
No.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Oh, hello. Our house.
No, we've got our music quiz.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, they got a music quiz. If it's going to work,
No.
what I've done is I've got some horror, well, not horror, but some music. Hopefully, it's not going to be too loud or too quiet. And I'm going to play it, and then you've got to kind of tell me what the lyrics are after.
Let us know if you can hear it.
You can kind of see what's written there, so I'm not going to let you guess.
No, I'm going to keep quiet. In fact, shall I take my glasses off and can you see the reflection?
I don't think they're going to see a reflection in your
Oh,
glasses.
damn it.
Well, hang on, what's the reflection?
I know, but I'll go so close and be like,
Right, tell me
Tell
if it's all right volume.
There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call?
Jesus.
Close.
Oh. Oh.
Never know.
Did I get it wrong?
John Cusack. No,
Maybe.
that's on a 10-second delay. That's to something else. But I really would.
Rachel Jones.
You're gonna call.
I would love
John
it to be John
Cusack.
Cusack.
What's that? Great Britain.
John Cusack. Even though
No,
there's
we're
a
sticking with
10-second
that now.
delay roughly on what they type when it comes up. So that was to do with something else. But that was just. I don't know if you want to hear the answer.
Something strange in your neighborhood.
That's what Harrison does.
Who you gonna call?
Jesus.
Do you want to compete against
Jesus.
each other for this?
Pardon?
Oh, John Cusack was in 1408. It's a decent
Uh,
film. I'm sure it's Stephen King. Okay, here we go.
I heard that one.
Who wants to go first? I'll let Jamie go first.
Yeah, fine. Oh, zombie. Yeah, bye.
Pet Cemetery. I've seen the original. I've not seen any of the new ones.
Bloodlines today.
Where
Worth
is
a
the
watch if you
original?
like the Pet Cemetery story. Ooh.
I've
What
got a
is it
feeling
on
this. I've got a feeling this next one that Harrison's going to know, and he's good. I can imagine him singing to it, like it being his kind of song.
Oh, I love this song.
Yeah,
Run, run.
you've got it.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
There you go.
That's
Run,
it.
run.
I was singing that at Screamfest, wasn't I? And the shop was next door to the stage, and some guy was just staring at me like, "What's he on?" Okay, Jamie.
Yes. Oh, Thriller.
Yeah, but what's that?
Is it? Did I get it wrong?
Hey, what's the next line?
Oh God! Sorry, I was naming the name of the song. I do apologise.
He's gonna kick himself.
No, I don't know if it's the main chorus straight after that bit or not.
Harrison.
I thought I just mumbled the next bit normally.
Troubles with the Jones,
And
but
something so you're paralyzed.
you close your eyes.
Here's the answer.
No, I wouldn't.
Sounds.
All right, Harrison's up.
Nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain.
Yeah. I know
That
you're
was
going to
playing
sing the next one.
Take my hand.
That
Right,
was playing
here
at
we go.
Legoland, and it's such a dark song to be playing at a children's park.
Wait, Legoland.
No.
Yeah, it's like a song about death at Legoland.
Yeah.
Not just the Legoland specifically.
You'd have thought I'd put a no lyrics thing, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the band, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Right, here we go, Jamie. Oh, I thought I know you're going mental because you love it.
Because I love Ozzy Osbourne. So.
Again, it's the thing. I know the song, right? But I don't know. I don't know all the lyrics.
Do you know what the chorus is?
Play again. Oh God. I've got a song in mind. It's probably not the one I'm thinking, but I don't dare say it.
Do you want to have a guess, Harrison?
No, I mean, you're giving Ozzy Osbourne away. Is it Ozzy Osbourne or is it Black Sabbath?
Ozzy
I
Osbourne.
think it's under Ozzy
Ozzy
Osbourne.
Osbourne.
I don't really know. I only
Pretty
know
much
Black
the
Sabbath.
chorus.
I don't know much solo stuff.
Do you want to sing it?
Did you like? Was it because you've one called Crazy Train or?
Yeah, Crazy Train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But I'm glad. Yeah.
People don't know it. They
That's
don't know
it.
it. Right, Harrison.
Love it now. Everybody's waiting for the next surprise.
He looks like yeah.
Everybody's waiting for the next surprise.
Very good.
Jamie.
I'm not very good at this now, I don't think.
It's okay.
I've given him all the hard
Play
ones. I
that
think.
again.
Yeah. No, honestly, no. I don't. I can't. I don't know.
It's Harrison. No.
Do it again.
I think I know the song, but I don't.
I mean, it's Highway to Hell.
Yeah.
I don't know the lyric.
See if you can do the next lyrics, guys, in the comments. Holding out hope for a Jamie comeback. Oh, Back in Black AC/DC. You got the right song, but what would be the next part of the lyrics?
Well, it's not the right song. It's Highway to Hell. But do you know?
Hmm.
Do you know?
I don't know the rest of the
I'll
lyrics.
play it for a moment.
On the highway to hell.
Do you want the next
That's like
one?
the least
Harrison's
movement.
Harrison's go, isn't it?
Is it a monster? Yes, it's a monster.
I feel bad that I gave Jamie all the hard ones, really.
Yeah, you have a bit.
This one's
with the Joneses.
because for the Joneses who've been to they're at York at the moment.
Excuse me.
Right, here we go, Jamie.
Travelled with the
No
Joneses,
pressure.
That one.
It's sort of horror related.
What? No.
It's
Rigged.
Rigged.
No, I don't know. Honestly, can't even guess. But
Harrison, no.
Do it again.
I don't even think I know it.
No. Oh, there's Murder on the Dance Floor.
I know the words to it.
I think it could be one of two things because she says it twice in the chorus.
I
But
know which one it is.
I don't know.
what is it then?
But you better not kill the groove.
But you better not kill the groove.
It's about murder. Right, there's one more left.
That and she threatens to burn your house, but you know.
There's one more left, so I'll just play it.
Oh, yeah.
Does Jamie know it? Let's ask Jamie first, see if he knows this one.
Is it time? First of all, is the song? Is it Time Warp?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Is it just Let's Do the Time Warp after that?
Yeah.
Come back!
Oh, my God.
Let's do Time Warp.
Yeah. That's good.
Were really bad. I didn't know how hard they were going to be, to be fair. But
You know,
I enjoyed that was.
as a massive fan of horror, I've never watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I've not.
have you watched? It's not. It's not related, but just because it's Tim Curry and he's great. Have you watched Clue?
Clue.
Yeah.
Clue, like it's
No.
based on Cluedo.
It's like Cluedo the film, and Tim Curry plays the butler in it, and he's really good in that.
Oh, I've never seen that.
No, I've not even heard that.
And it has alternate endings at the end. But if you watch it on DVD, you can pick out a random one for you, and it just plays that. But it's a good film. If you forget to watch, I think it's on streaming services. It's called Clue because Cluedo's called Clue over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Americans can't handle extra letters.
But yeah,
Travel with the Jones, but where's the Monster Mash song?
oh, too obvious.
I'm walking down the street.
You'll have to comment, everyone at home, if you want another music quiz next week, because I know the logo quizzes went really big when we did those at one point. So I don't know now if try music quizzes, they might like that. I don't know.
Ooh, challenge
But,
accepted. Would you accept challenge?
I might wrap it up there. I've enjoyed having you on. I'll ask Harrison first. Is there anything you want to plug to everyone at home?
I've not really got anything to plug, I suppose. No, not really. Follow my Instagram, I suppose. Harrison.
Yeah, I'll
Mills
put that
on
all
the
in the description. Yeah.
I've recently made
start
it public.
YouTube.
I could start a YouTube. I'd get taken down quickly. For...
Good review. Scare attractions.
Yes, but
Tropical shirt quiz. I remember that. That wasn't even a quiz. You'll have to watch when Coasters with Mark came on. He wears Hawaiian shirts, and I found some crazy design ones with like Godzilla and Barbie on. And basically, he decided which one went through, and then we went back to the bracket during the show. Didn't we?
Mike's really creative with the quizzes.
It's because
He
it's
really
boring
is.
just to read questions out.
It
I
is.
find.
It's nice. I like them.
I had vinegar on pizza once or twice, and now everyone remembers it.
vinegar on a pizza.
It was only like a one-time thing. It was more to point out the bad customer service at Pizza Hut. But Jamie, is there anything you want to plug for everyone at home?
Not really. Just follow me on Twitter and
Fantastic Adventures.
At JWar96, and yeah, Fantastic Adventures on Facebook.
Are you going to be wearing any fancy dress this weekend for fireworks?
I don't know because I did for Scarefest. I've never really done it for fireworks.
There's the pressure there now.
I'd have to think what though, but maybe. But it might just be too cold. That's the thing. I'll just be wrapped up in loads of layers. It'll just be hidden underneath all the coats.
Oh, bless you.
No, I've never thought of doing that for fireworks. Maybe. You know,
We'll have the snoods on, won't we?
We normally have like little.
Yeah, you'll see us. You'll see us there.
You'll see us because we're like Ninja Turtles. So obviously, I like
It's like the big
Donatello.
snoods.
Mike likes Raphael, and we've got like these.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm happy here for fireworks. Yeah.
They're bright green. You can't miss them. So
Brilliant. I'm sure I'll see.
And next week's the second Thursday of the month. So what does that mean?
that means it's gonna have Scare Seekers.
You look really worried. Then.
Scare Seekers.
Scare Seekers Undertow, where we take
And I
the
keep
guys from
wanting-
Scare Seekers come on the show
and I keep
every second Thursday. of the
because I know
month.
James likes skin snatchers. I keep saying Scare Seekers.
Yeah, that's his favourite
Scare
mask.
Seekers.
He made an outfit for it,
Porto.
didn't he? He made the mask. But that'll be on next week, and we're going to be talking about children's programs that scared us as kids. More specifically, ones that weren't intended to scare children.
Yeah.
But,
My
we'll-
childhood.
as well. But,
So if you want to join in on the comments, then Jamie, go for it. And Harrison, you're quite welcome to join in the chat as well.
but yeah,
That one.
I've enjoyed having you on. I've finally tracked Harrison down, and it's nice to have
Oh.
Jamie on again.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Just from that comment,
Nice to
thing, it's the game posted from the comments. It's not the film, but yes,
That's cool.
it's cool.
It's cool.
So yeah, I don't think Harrison's going to know it. Does Jamie know our catchphrase before we go?
Oh, do I remember it? That's the question. I don't know. It's been a while.
Let's cue those titles. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Oh no!
Well, I was going to suggest something else actually.
What's that?
We've also got the new Love to Explore photo challenge.
Oh, the photo challenge, yeah.
So thank you for those people that sent in for the spooky one. But now there's a new one. So November, it's light. So any photos to do
Just
with
take a
that.
photo of the sun.
Of
Don't do that.
course,
Don't
There's
do that.
fireworks this weekend. So there you go. So there.
Drones, lots of them.
Of course, don't look at the sun and take a photo. That's just silly. But just saying, anything light.
There you
Thank
go.
you. Anyway,
Yeah, it's been good, Joe.
obviously don't forget to tag us. But
obviously, Park Pulse, enjoy your day
thank
because
you
you're 5 hours
everyone
behind us.
that's
So
contributed in the comments again, that's come into view. Obviously, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, share it with your friends. We are a lovely bunch.
And do you know the catchphrase?
We'll see you
In the rear view.
because for now
We're gone.
bye.